Cuba, land of classic cars, land of the Buena Vista Social Club, the island of revolutionaries past. Cuba, the place for the new Audi Q2? No, this is no fake. The Q2 really was in Havana for its first test drive with motoring journalists and bloggers. The community was divided and had its doubts. A product launch on Cuba? Something like this had not taken place since the pre-revolutionary 50s. However, change is palpable everywhere in Havana. Even though the revolutionary trappings are ubiquitous with portraits of Che and Fidel on every other corner. The event's been very well received. You can take great pictures here, especially when you see the Q2's modern expressive design elements in contrast to the facades here in Havana. It's first class. Stories in the spirit of Ernest Hemingway flow everywhere thanks to a revolutionary concept, First Exit Havana. The idea is not only to generate classic media coverage about cars, but also to initiate storytelling. Of course, we want to drive the new Audi Q2, but we could have done that just anywhere. And we're here in Havana. I expect incredibly beautiful pictures and also a car that's good to drive. Locations and routes are chosen so as to inspire the participants to report not only about the cars. Encounters take place, planned or spontaneous. To achieve all this, many bureaucratic obstacles and challenges had to be overcome, importing the vehicles. Would there be enough fuel for modern engines, repair shops and so on? 4 groups of 10 media representatives each got to know the compact SUV on the 160-kilometer-long trip in this very special atmosphere. They talked details with Audi's board members, as well as with research and marketing specialists. The Q2 provides agility and lots of comfort to negotiate the potholed streets of Havana's historic center. The short wheelbase and progressive steering add extra fun. The extraordinary destination of Havana and the inspiring staging with its myriad images and sounds allowed media coverage rarely seen for test drives. Almost all the journalists dedicated much more space to the Q2 test than their usual standard article. In particular, stories on social media found lots of fans.
I've never been to Cuba before, and somehow I didn't think I ever would. But Audi have managed to get me out here to drive the Q2. It's quite fitting. It's a really, really interesting place and a really interesting car. And now, forever, I shall always associate Cuba with the Audi Q2.